I want everyone to think about this word, inequality. You might be thinking, aren't we past it? Hasn't the world developed enough for people to treat each other the same? Well, the answer is no. Even now, we live in a world where people are being judged and discriminated on a daily basis. This can be because of their jobs, religion, culture, nationality, looks, personality, you name it. But these people are going through hard times, and we aren't doing much to help them. Everyone is different in their own special way, yet we all share some common qualities that make us all humans. So each and every one of us deserve to be treated with respect and dignity. I personally have an experience that I would like to share with you. I remember that not long ago, I witnessed a person being treated unfairly. I was sitting in our car and my family and I were driving somewhere. On the way, we hit traffic and had to wait a while. I started to look around outside and I noticed this boy, about 8 years old, carrying these really heavy boxes around. What made me really mad was that this older guy was bossing the boy around and treating him as if he was nothing. The older guy started to yell at the boy to move the boxes faster. And so at that point, I started to ask myself, why did that guy treat that boy like that? Wouldn't he feel bad for the boy? Does he think that he is better than the boy just because he isn't moving around boxes? Well, now I have a question for you. Have you ever considered yourself more powerful or better than any of the people that work in the streets and clean cars in exchange for cash? If your answer is no, then I congratulate you. But if your answer is yes, then you yourself have treated someone differently for being who they are. What I'm trying to say is that inequality doesn't necessarily mean that you would have to say something mean to someone or act differently with different people. It can also mean when we think that we are more powerful than them just because we aren't in the same condition as them. So just because that boy was moving around boxes and he wasn't as well off as the older guy, that didn't mean that that guy was better than him. That didn't mean that I was better than him. It isn't the olden days where people would treat each other like slaves. We now have the understanding and the mind to develop. So why aren't we? I think that we all want to live in a world where there's peace. And so we need to stop treating people differently for being who they are, and especially not because we think that we are more powerful than them. Now I completely understand why people in the past and now have been fighting for their rights. It is because every time someone is treated badly, it's like a piece of who they are is shut off. I want everyone to start working on themselves, to develop, and start creating this world where everyone is at peace and no one is feeling bad for who they are. So I want everyone to start from now and think about what they're doing and think about how they feel towards different people. So let's all stop inequality, because inequality, it's not such a small word now, is it? It's a word that can change people's lives. So why don't we stop this in the hope for a better future? Thank you.